Welcome back to Snippet Coder, and we are back with another video, and in this video we will learn how to do infinite scrolling in Flutter. Thank you. First of all, we have to add two packages. First one is a HTTP and second one is a provider, and we are using the provider state management in this video. Now we will create a data model class. So we have already created the class just to save the time. So what we are doing here is we have a class, master class, that is a data model, and here we are having a total records, and the second one variable is a data, and we are returning here is a list radius, and here we are doing the same factory of that from JSON, and here we are returning the total records, and we are passing into the end.pass because we are returning from the server as a string in the message, and in the data we having a data of list of the data. And here we have the class, and the class having a variables of ID, then we have a radio name. So we will use the same data which we have used in our previous series of internet streaming radio. So now the data model class is ready. Now we will create a API service class. And we will name it as a API service, and here we will create one method of future type. We will return the data model here, and we will name it as a get data, and we are passing parameter of page number. We will make it as a async. We will create one variable of URL, and here we will pass page size. We are taking it as a 15. Then we will pass page number is equal to $. Then we are passing the page number variable, and here we will print that URL. Here we are creating one more variable, that is response, and the response is equal to await http.get, and here we have to import http package http. Then we have a http.dart file. We are make it as a http. In the get we will pass config dot API URL, plus we are passing here URL, and here we will check if response dot status code is equal to 200. Then we will pass it. We will do return data model dot from JSON, and here we will do the decoding part. JSON.decode. We have to import it. Import dot convert. Then we will pass here response dot body, else we will throw the error. Failed to load data. So what we are doing here is we have created one method of get data, and we are passing the page number here, and that page number we are passing in the URL, and rest of the thing we are doing the same. We are calling the http.getRequest, and we are checking here if the status code is 200, then only we are decoding it, else we are throwing the error. So that's all in the API service class. So now we will add the provider class, and we will name it as a data provider, data underscore provider dot file, and we will name it as a data provider with change notifier. Now we will add the variables. We will add the API service, name it as a API service. Then we will add data model and name it as a data fetcher. Then we will add int total pages is equal to 0. Then we will add a one variable of list radio, and we are doing get data, all data is equal to underscore data fetcher dot data. Then we have a int get total records and get fetcher dot total records. Now we will add one enum. We will name it as a enum load more status, and we have a variables and two values, that is loading, and we have a stable. Enum is basically used for checking the loading status, that is it still loading or loading has been completed or not. Now we will add the variable load more status, and we will initialize it with load more status dot stable. Then we will add one method of get load more status, now we will add the constructor data provider, and here we will call stream, and we will add the method of initialize stream. Here we will do the initialization of the objects, that is API server and data model. Now we'll create one method, that is fetch all data, and we are adding one parameter of page number, and we are making it as async. Here in this we will call the API method, and we will check if total pages is equal to 0 or page number is less than equal to total pages, then we will call data model item model is equal to await API service dot get data and passing the parameter of page number, and here we will check if the data fetcher dot data is equal to null, then we will have total pages is equal to item model dot total records minus 1 divided by page size. Page size by default we are taking 15 dot then we will pass underscore data fetcher is equal to item model else data fetcher dot data dot add all, and here we will pass item model dot data fetcher is equal to data fetcher, and here we will set the loading state and we will create one method of set loading state. Set loading state, we have a parameter of load more status, then we will call notify listener then we will add one more condition, that is if page number is more than total pages, then we will call set loading state loading more status dot stable. So what we are doing here is we are checking here if the total pages is equal to 0 and or the condition is page number is less than total pages, then we will call the API, and on the basis of that API data we will checking here if we already have any data or not in the data fetcher. If it is null, then we will add the total pages, we will calculate the total pages here, and we will pass that data fetcher is equal to item model. Okay, and in the else condition we already have the data, then we are appending the existing data with the new data, and here we are just passing that data fetcher with the new data fetcher which is updated with the new data which we have appended, and then we are just changing the status of the loading status to the stable. That means that data has been loaded, so no more loader will be shown in the screen. And in the last condition we are checking here if the current page number is more than total pages, then we are just calling that setting the loading state is equal to stable. That means we are already completed with all the pages and there is no more pages in the server, and we are making it as a stable state. So now we will do the implementation of that provider class in our screen. So for that we have to create one new page, that is home page. And we are making it as a stateful widget. Here we will use the scroll controller. And we will have one parameter of int type, that is page is equal to 1. By default we are calling the first page. Then we will have a boolean of is loading and is equal to false. Then we will call that initialize state method. We will override. And here we will call the provider. Provider of we will pass the provider class name here. Context listen false. Then we will call data provider dot we have to rename it now. We will have to call initialize stream. Then we will call data provider dot fetch all data, and here we will pass page number. Then we will add the listener for that scroll controller. And here we will check if scroll controller dot position dot pixels is equal to scroll controller dot position dot max scroll extend. Then we will call our method of. So now we will set the state of that loading, and we will call data provider dot set loading state, and then we will have a load more status dot loading. Then we will call data provider dot fetch all data, and here we will pass plus plus underscore page. What we are doing here is in the add listener we are checking if that position dot pixel is equal to position dot max scroll extend. That means we are at the bottom of the screen, and now then we will add the loading status as a loading, and then we will call our method of fetch all data, and it will go to the server and hit the API. So now here we will do return new scalefold, and here we will pass app bar, then we will have background color, colors dot black, and here we will pass a title, infinite scrolling. Then we will have the body, and here we will pass consumer. We are consuming here that data provider. And then we will add the builder, context. Then we will have the data model, child. And here we will check if data model dot all data is not null and data model dot all data dot length is more than 0. Then we will return our list here. We will create that method also, else by default we will show that loader. Now we will create a one widget, that is widget underscore list view, and we are passing the parameter of data provider. Here we are returning list view dot separated, and we will have the item count. In the item count we will pass data provider dot all data dot length. In the separator builder we will pass context, and then we will have the index. We will return the divider here, and then in the item builder we will have the context, then we will have the index, and here we will pass the return, then we will have list title, and here we are passing the title, and we will have new text data provider dot all data, then we are passing the index here dot radio name, and here we will pass the controller, scroll controller, then we will pass the one variable of physics, and here we are passing constant always scroll. In the physics we are passing the constant always scroll level scroll physics, and then we have to call that method list view, and here we have to pass data model. So now we have to update our main.dart file to call our home page. So now we will run the application to see how the infinite scrolling is working. So here the first API hit is gone where the page number is equal to 1. So now we got the data. Now we will go to the bottom and here the loader is loading and the second hit goes to the servers, that is page number 2. Once the data is loaded and then the loader will be gone. Now we are on the second page and here the third page call has been gone. Now the data has been come. So that's all in this video. I hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, so it will motivate me to do more and more videos on the Flutter. Thank you all.